What's up, Canfield Cardinal Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com with another player profile. Playoff edition, regional final week as the Canfield Cardinals will face Chardon on Friday night at 7 o'clock. At Chardon on YSN Live, you can listen to the ball game audio only due to the OHSAA rules and regulations. But Cardinal fans, you can watch the game on Spectrum Cable. They are the home of the OHSAA playoff games and will be televising the Canfield game. But my suggestion, turn it on and turn the volume down and listen to Richie and Gary Niddle call the game with the Canfield Cardinals. But player profile sponsored by Coca's Pizza. We thank him for all his support. Proud to be joined by senior number 11, Alex Schneider, wide receiver. First of all, Alex, thanks for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Let's talk about Alex Schneider for Canfield Nation. Talk a little bit about yourself, any shout outs you would want to give, and obviously talk about that great family a little bit.
All right. So my parents are Bob and Stacy Schneider. I have a twin sister, and I have a brother who's a sophomore who also plays for the football team. Play receiver this year, senior year. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I know your mom and dad very well, two outstanding people. I'm sure I know how proud your parents are of you as a football player, as a senior. Alex, talk about that a little bit. Senior year now, you get an opportunity. It looked early that there may not be a football season. Then there is a season. A lot of different things take place. The pandemic, a lot of different rules and regulations, which this team has done awesome with. But how awesome is it for you as a senior, number one, to play a season, but to have mom and dad up in the stands watching?
Oh, it's great. I can always hear them in the stands supporting me all game. And
there's no question.
Not everyone, not everyone can be there, but I'm happy they can.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay, so tickets are limited. Now you're on the road again in the playoffs. Now the tickets are really limited. As a player, even in this playoff situation, you go to a tough place in Streetsboro last week, Alex. Do you notice the lack of crowd, or are you focused in on what's going on in the football game?
I think when you're in the game, you can't really tell. Being on the sideline, though, you notice a difference, but the fans that are there are doing a good job keeping everybody hyped up and ready to go.
Well, this football team is something that does not have a hard time for fans to get hyped up about. Undefeated. Regional final, they'll face Chardon Friday night at 7 o'clock. We'll have the audio for you on ysnlive.com. We're with senior wide receiver Alex Schneider. He's number 11, a wide receiver for this football team, and a very, very good one. Alex, I talked with Coach, and he had great things to say about you. Great teammate, great player, but the biggest thing that he brought to my attention is he said you are flat out the best blocker for the wide receiving group. The way this football team runs the football, you get your opportunities to catch it. But how important is blocking for wide receivers for these good running backs?
Oh, I think it makes the biggest difference ever. Because once they get to the edge, just being out there to make that block feels so good. Almost feels as good as scoring one, maybe even better.
Well, getting into scoring, you've had your fair share of scores. It broke your hand, I'm hearing, in the Dover game. Caught the pass. Coach Pav said so. Hats off to the catch. Talk about that injury. We talked off air. Seems to be healing up. No problems going into this week for you.
No, yeah, I'm all injury free. Eased into it once my hand was completely healed, and should just be ready to go this week.
Well, there's no doubt you'll be ready to go. Be a big key of this offense against a very good Chardon team. We're with Alex Schneider, player profile for the Canfield Cardinals, sponsored by Coca's Pizza. YSN is proud to be the home of Canfield football, and obviously another opportunity. But for you, as a senior, I get a chance every week to talk to the senior group. What a great group of teammates you have, of friends, I'm sure. Talk about all of you as a group of seniors, what this football season has meant to you for this senior group.
I think as a group, we just had to come together, even in the summer when we didn't know if we were going to play. We love just being around each other on and off the field, and I think we just mesh well on it, obviously, proven success.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That's one of the things that I love about this football team, covering them and watching you each week. the way you guys compete as a group, Alex, is so fun to watch. You go to Streetsboro last week. Total domination on both sides of the ball. Offensively, an outstanding job running and throwing it. You had a great game, set some great blocks. That goes to my next question. Your schedule was kind of the redemption schedule. You played a lot of teams that beat you in the previous years. You play them well. You beat all of them, but you beat good opponents. And to me, Alex, that was one of the things that sticks out in last week's game against Streetsboro and this Chardon team, who is excellent. But the people you have played have prepared you for this Chardon team. What are your thoughts about that?
I completely agree. I think playing a tough schedule has helped us throughout these playoffs. Just when we're down, like versus St. V's, just to pick it up and turn it on and pick up the scores, play good defense.
Yeah, well, you've played great defense. The offense continues to develop each week. Chardon is another one of those teams. It's a great football team, but it has not been in Canfield Nation, the tough games that you guys have been into. So hopefully that will take place again Friday night as another good football team. The Canfield Cardinals invade Chardon and will be playing for a regional final to get to the state semis. How exciting is that to know you're in the regional finals? Another big win, and you're one of the final four teams left in the state of Ohio.
Oh, we're all so excited. I think right after we won the Streetsboro game, it's just been carrying over. This whole week of practice has been really up tempo. We're ready to go, but we know we have to take it 1 week at a time and respect our opponents.
Well, that's a great answer, and you guys have done that 1 week at a time. You respect every opponent, and this will be no different as the Canfield Cardinals invade Chardon. Friday night at 7 o'clock, audio only on ysnlive.com. We'll have it. We will be doing a pregame show 6 to 7 for the pregame show against Chardon with Quinn Pushkar and myself. Looking forward to that. But travel, Alex, you traveled last week. Now this week, another travel, little longer trip for this football team. Talk about that a little bit for the Canfield fans. What goes on? Obviously, school. Maybe take the fans through what happens once school ends on your way out on a road trip.
Once I leave school, because I have early release, so I get out a little bit earlier. I always go home, make myself something to eat because got to get fueled up for the game. Usually take a nice little nap and head back to the school, get my headphones in, and just once we get on the bus, just prepare for the game.
Yeah, that's a pretty business trip for this football team. You guys have done well with it. Coach Pav has brought up the trip to Dover. He thought helped this group immensely. So Canfield Nation, travel is not a problem for this football team. They will travel on Friday, go play an outstanding Chardon team, Alex. But I'm going to say it. There's no doubt in my mind the faith and confidence I have in this football team that we're going to get a big win on Friday night, and you, my man, will be a big part of that.
Yep, I sure hope so.
Well, let's play a little rapid fire. I'm going to ask you a few questions. No wrong answers, whatever pops to your mind for all the Canfield fans to know a little bit more about Alex Schneider. He's number 11, senior wide receiver for the Canfield Cardinals, the best blocking wide receiver from Coach Pav, and that's going to be a key against the great Chardon defense. All right, first question. Favorite color Gatorade?
I think my favorite's got to be green apple.
Green apple. I think another Canfield senior has come with green apple. Okay. Alex's hype music when those headsets are on in pregame. What are we listening to?
I like to get some rap and some hip hop.
Okay. The rap and hip hop gets the juices flowing for Alex. That's a good answer.
Yep.
You talked about the little nap after school and food. So let's go food. What's your favorite food to eat?
My favorite food is chicken parm.
Okay, so I love chicken parm. So my next question, chicken parm, where's your favorite restaurant to go to?
I like the MVR.
Okay, the MVR is a good place. That's a good call. I know mom and dad go to the MVR, so that's a good call there. Let's go Canfield High School a little bit. Let's go Alex's favorite class you've had so far at Canfield's been what?
I think my favorite class is probably woodshop.
Okay.
A lot of fun in there.
That's a big time answer. That's not an easy thing to do, and it's a great skill and trait to have. Off of that one, shout out to your favorite teacher at Canfield High School.
I'm going to say my homeroom teacher, Mr. Petruska.
Okay. Mr. Petruska, from Alex and I, salute and thanks for all you do for this Canfield football team. We're with Alex Schneider, a little rapid fire on our player profile. Regional final style against Chardon on Friday night, the number 1 seed against the Canfield Cardinals. We will win this football game, Canfield Nation, no doubt in my mind. Alex, your favorite college football team?
I like the Ohio State Buckeyes.
They're playing real. That's a team that as definitely can do some damage in college football. Good answer there. Your any favorite pro football team?
I like the Steelers.
Okay, you can't go wrong with that. It's undefeated.
Yeah.
I'm a Browns fan, so you've kind of owned us for your whole life, so you're used to beating the Browns all the time. But the Steelers are one of those teams that can win a Super Bowl this year. Anybody in football that you kind of model your game after?
I think I like to model my game after Stephon Diggs, who plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Great answer. Stephon Diggs is one of the best blockers in the NFL along as receivers, so good answer there. Your role model off the field, is there someone that you go to? Who are your role models in Alex Schneider's everyday life?
I think I would just say both of my parents. They influenced my life a lot, guide me down the right path, just help me out.
All right, so shout out Mom and Dad Schneider, great people that I know pretty well. Shout out to both of you for a quality son, Alex. I know that they're awful proud of what you do and how you handle yourself on and off the field. So shout out from both of us to Mom and Dad. And the last one that I asked this senior group, Alex, how do you want this senior football season to end?
I think we all want to win the state championship. Everyone's got the goal in mind, and we're just hoping to get there.
Well, there you have it, Canfield Nation. That's the goal of this football team. I've heard it every week from quality seniors, and I'm going to be honest, Canfield Nation, it's a goal that's very realistic. You guys do a great job. You talk about 1 week at a time, Alex. This is the week. Chardon's the only thing on this football team's mind. We'll have the game for you on YSN audio, and you can watch it on Spectrum Cable. But, Alex, on behalf of myself, our owners, DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, you've been a pleasure to do this show with. You represent this football team, your parents, and Canfield High School so well. But best of luck to you and the group Friday night. All I have to tell you is go be you. Have this football team do what you guys do, and this football team will get a big win and be headed to the state semifinals. So have a good night. Enjoy another day of practice, and let's go get a big dub against Chardon on Friday night.
Yep.
All righty. Have a good night, and tell everybody best of luck and have a great evening.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Alex, and best of luck.
Thank you.